Hello and welcome to WMKC TV with me, Chris McCarthy. The next race on track is the Honda Cadet final and 32 drivers entered. Well, that is the biggest grid of the day and probably the biggest grid of the championship. So this Honda Cadet Championship has been providing us with some great races through the season, and I'm sure this one will be no different. Let's run through the grid for you on pole. And no surprise to see in there, Mark Kimber, pole and Pullman and championship leader. And to his outside is Harry Thompson in the 37. On third place is Wesley Mason, and starting fourth is the number 11 of Joe Butterfield, another seeded driver there. In fifth place, another seeded driver, the number 7 of Tom Canning. And in sixth place is Oliver Clark, who has been driving magnificently all day. Seventh is the number 53 of Thomas Pegram. I believe this is his first meeting showing here. So well done to be on the fourth row there. Oliver Hall is in eighth, the number 12. And in ninth, on the fifth row, the number 4, Matthew Hopcraft. So the top seed here, look out for him. And starting 10th place is Harry King in the number 19. So 32 drivers. Well, let's get straight on with it. I'm very excited. Sit back and relax, everyone. Here we go for the Honda Cadet final. They come on to the start now. They look nicely bunched, don't they? And I think we have a start first time. Yes, we do. Mark Kimber switching over there. And Harry Thompson's had a dreadful start. He's lost. I think he's maybe down in 5th place. The whole of the inside row, all making positions there. So I believe it is Wesley Mason that is in second. But he's already coming under pressure from Tom Canning. And Tom Canning goes into 2nd place. Harry Thompson there managed to recover to 4th. And there was a spinner there. And drivers had to go left and either side of him just to avoid him. But yes, I think they all have, because I could see him getting going in the background there. And Mark Kimber's made a mistake down the hill. Oh my God, he had a massive lead. And now, in one corner, he's dropped down to 6th. And Harry Thompson ran over the grass there. And that's let the 53 through. The 63 through, sorry. Who is Oliver Clark. So, let me just try and see who's come out in the lead of all that. I believe it is not Thompson. It's Tom Canning there. And 22 is in second, who's Wesley Mason. But Wesley Mason bids to take the lead and does so. So Tom Canning there in second. As we come up the hill, where's Mark Kimber? He's down in, what's that, 6th position. But he's behind Hopcraft, and they've both gone up the inside of Harry Thompson. But Harry Thompson straight back past Kimber going into turn 4. And here comes a change for 2nd place. It is the 53, Thomas Pegram, sorry. I hope I'm pronouncing that right, who started 7th on the grid. But he's coming under pressure again as Wesley Mason goes back through and Hopcraft goes through and Thompson goes through and Kimber goes through. And it's just endless. And here comes Hopcraft for 2nd. Takes that 2nd. Oh my God, I'm just struggling to keep up with what's going on here. There's about, I don't know, about 12 drivers that must be. All changing positions. Let me just catch my breath back for a second here. That's the number 12 there of Oliver Hall, who started on the outside of row 4, who is running in about 8th position. So about where he started. So, all right, let's just run through the order. Canning, it is in 1st. Hopcraft in 2nd. Thompson, it is 3rd. 4th place. But Hopcraft, let me stop there because Hopcraft's gone to take the lead. Let's wait until we swap camera shots, because I believe he has done so. Yes, he has. And Thompson's followed him through to take 2nd. Canning is in 3rd. Kimber has gone up a position, overtaking Mason to run 4th. But Mason now coming under pressure from Oliver Clark, who gets past. I believe he got past. Oh my God, this is well, this is just manic. What can I say? Formula One, take note of this. This is exciting racing. This is something I'd come and pay to see. Here's Hopcraft now getting his head down. Thompson it is in 2nd. 3rd place, I believe, is Canning, and that's Kimber there in 4th. And for once, we have no overtaking coming up the hill. I've got to say, just for me, that is a good thing, because I needed just to catch my breath back for a second there. So the top 4 seem to be breaking away here from, I think that's Oliver Clark in 5th place. Let me just wait until they come into shot. Yes, it is. There's the number 11, and there's a lovely move there by the 53 of Pegram, and that's sent Wesley Mason all over the curb there, and that was a fantastic move, very last minute. Great move there. I think we saw a bid for the lead by Thompson, and yes, he's got through. So he's got through it through the second part of the boot, I believe. And oh, Kimber's gone round the Canning, and Kimber went round the outside of Hopcroft there. Round the outside of turn one. Brave stuff by the championship leader. And now Oliver Clark's coming up the inside. So Hopcroft from first to fifth in 4 corners. Well, this race, and there's yellow flags here, so there'll be no overtaking as they come down the hill. But there's overtaking going on every corner, almost on every lap here. And we have about a 5-car breakaway. So Thompson now leads them coming into Chapman's. Canning it is there in second. Kimber third. Clark there fourth. Hopcroft it is in fifth. And the number 11 of Joe Butterfield is in 6th place. So we come through the boot. And here they are. Very closely knit together here, aren't they? The top 6. Thompson there. It's good to see none of the drivers not even looking round. They all just want to be going forward, and that's a good thing to see, because you do tend to see drivers looking around a lot, but not in this race. They all want to win. We come up the hill, and just as I say there, Thompson has a look, because he can see 1, 2, 3 drivers come past. Canning, I believe it was, leading that attack. Kimber is now second. Clark it is in third, who's done a good job, because he was off the back of this pit field to start with, and he's lost third there again. So Thompson regained that third. Hopcroft in the number 4 in 4th place. Clark there in 5th. And Butterfield looked up the inside of Clark but couldn't make that move, so he still stays there in 6th. Thomas Pegram is there just off this train, leading the peloton there in 7th place. So Kimber it is now behind Canning. Thompson third. And we start another lap, so here we go. Here comes Canning. Yellow flags into turn 1, so no trying to go around the outside this time for Mark Kimber. We come up, top 3 all together, aren't they? Look, all pushing each other along, but they all look happy just to stay in their positions for this lap. This just is a great way to end this championship. The Honda Cadets always seem to provide the biggest grid of the meetings, and again, with 32 drivers entered in this one, and you can just see the entertainment they're providing. Thompson there past Kimber to run second, and now he's past Canning to run first. So great driving here from Thompson, and Hopcroft followed him through all of that to run second. So it's now Thompson, Hopcroft. Third place is Canning, 4th is Kimber, and Kimber looks to take third, which he does. 5th is Clark, and I believe 6th is still Butterfield. So the top 2 just have a little bit of a gap here, but I'm sure Kimber will do something about that. We come up the hill, Hopcroft looking over his shoulder and pushing Thompson this time, so perhaps he's trying to get a gap here, but you can just see the gap's already come down. A massive toe, clearly having clearly having an effect on these Honda Cadet drivers. Thompson there looking round and just can see a melee. About half a dozen carts behind him. Clark there made a move going into 7 to run 4th place, and here comes Hopcroft now. He's gone up the inside of Thompson. Thompson went round the outside of Kimber there, but Kimber pulls off the switchback, so he's in second now. So it's now Hopcroft, Kimber in second, Thompson third. At 4th place is Oliver Clark, and 5th place is Butterfield. So Canning's lost a couple positions. There's Wesley Mason, who we saw lead the race at some stage of this lap. Here we go again. Kimber looks up the inside again of Hopcroft. Thompson there in third. I don't know how many times, I don't know how many different leaders we've had so far, but here comes Hopcroft again, but can't make the move this time. And there was some contact there, the 53 and the 7. Oh, what a shame. That's 53 has gone out. Canning's gone out, and the 53 was Thomas Pegram, who was actually the fastest man on track. So that's left Kimber in first, Clark is now in second, Thompson third, and I believe in 4th place, is that Joe? I think that's Butterfield, but I think that was Hopcroft. No, it was Hopcroft. It was Butterfield, but Hopcroft got past going into the last corner as we now start the last lap. So it's now, well, we have a 2-cart breakaway. I never thought I'd say that in this race, but 2 carts have broken away. They are Kimber and Clark, Kimber has a bit of an advantage. Thompson there in third. He has Hopcraft all over the back of him. And then in fifth place, I believe, is Oliver Clark. And sixth place is Butterfield. No, it's not. They're the other way round. Sorry. It's Butterfield that is in fifth. And Oliver Hall is... And here comes Butterfield. He's nearly pushed Hopcraft onto the grass there. That was very, very aggressive defending. Kimber looks set to take victory here. And here comes Hopcraft going up the inside of Hall. Butterfield runs over the grass. And Harry Thompson's gone around the outside of the pair of them. And they're four across coming into the last corner. Kimber takes victory. Clark is who takes a second. Harry Thompson, what a move that was. He went round the outside of two drivers there to take third. Hopcraft it was who took fourth. And in fifth place, for this the first mention he got of the race, Dragan pins it. Took fifth place from 13th on the grid. Wasn't even in that didn't even lead the race at any point. He came from absolutely nowhere there on the last lap. Butterfield it was sixth, who was the man who was doing some fairly over aggressive defending there. Oliver Hall took seventh, and it was Mason who rounded out that top eight. Lloyd ninth, and Josh Steed rounded out the top 10. Oh wow, what an exciting race. I've got to say, for me, I'm going to call it, even though it's not that wasn't the last, even though there's still 4 races to go. I believe, for me, that was the best race of this year's championship. I couldn't count how many times. If I was to count how many moves we went on there, I believe I'd probably be here all day. So I take my hat off to all of those boys. That was an absolutely fantastic race. I can tell you the top 10 were separated by 4 seconds over the line. From 5th to 11th, they were split by only a second across the line. Well, that was a fantastic race. Well done to Mark Kimber. But, my driver of the day there had to go to Harry Thompson. I think he was the man who probably done the most overtaking. And that has got to be the move of the season for me. Around the outside of the boot of 2 drivers. What a great race. And, I cannot wait to see these boys again in action next year. I hope you've enjoyed our coverage of all their races. Do watch back at them. You'll see some more like that, but that was certainly the best one for me. Well done to Mark Kimber. He took the win as well as the championship. I forgot to mention that. And yeah, great racing by all of them there. I've been Chris McCarthy. I hope you've enjoyed our coverage.